take the... Oops. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa, for those of you who don't know. So I wanted to let you guys know some of my favorite drugstore products. These are like my go-to products when it comes to drugstore. So if you guys are interested, give this video a thumbs up. If you guys want to see more drugstore videos, give this video a thumbs up. Then also don't forget to subscribe before you go if you do like what you see. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, guys. Alright, so first things first, let's go ahead and spray our face. So one setting spray that I really do enjoy, y'all know I love my NYX Bear With Me setting spray. I also really do enjoy this. This one is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. This is the 3-in-1 spray. They do have different scents. This is just the cucumber one. This is just so soothing to the face, and it's also super affordable. I think this is like less than $5. I think it's like $3.99, but this just feels so good on the skin. Next, we're gonna go ahead and prime the lids, and you guys probably already know because I literally use this all of the time. CoverGirl Lid Lock-It eye primer. I'm obsessed with this. Oh my gosh, it really works for my oily eyelids. If you guys do not know, I am super oily, and this keeps my eyeshadow on all day, and it doesn't make them crease or anything like that. Literally one of my favorites. I think this like even tops my favorite like high end, which is the NARS Smudge Proof eyeshadow base. And let's go in with some primers. So for primers, two that I've actually been really enjoying, you guys probably already know this as well, but this is the e.l.f. Putty primers. So I have the matte one right here, and then I also have the poreless one. I really do enjoy both. I'm super oily. I will actually go ahead and use both of these. So usually I just take the matte one, and I apply the matte one literally wherever I get oily, which is aka like all over my face. But I apply this first, just about that much. You really don't need too much of it. This really keeps me matte all day. I feel like this is definitely one that I have been using up a lot. As far as the poreless one, this is also really great. This I really just focus wherever I have like really large pores, which is like right around here. I like to do a pressing motion when I apply this because I feel like that really helps get the product into my pores and like make my skin seem like very seamless. I like to apply a little bit between the brows, but let's jump into some eyeshadow. So I feel like eyeshadow is something that is a little hard for me. I really don't have that many like favorite eyeshadow palettes from any like drugstore brand. So if you guys have any recommendations, please leave them down below for me, because I would love to test out different eyeshadows from different brands. So today we're just gonna go in with the So Jaded palette from ColourPop. I feel like this is more so like affordable instead of drugstore. ColourPop is probably one of the most like affordable like palettes as far as eyeshadow wise that I really enjoy. This is what the palette looks like. Very colorful. I think I want to do more of like a colorful look. I haven't played with color in a while on my channel, so definitely want to do that. Also, update, I washed my brushes this week and I feel so much better. Oh my gosh. So we're first gonna go into the shade, let's go into Rose Quartz, which is this shade right over here. I'm gonna take a Morphe brush instead. This is a Morphe M533, and there we go. I'm gonna buff this in the crease, and this eyeshadow color isn't like super pigmented on my eye. That's just because it's kind of close to my natural like skin tone. Let's go ahead, and I wish that this palette had like more of a deeper brown, but it doesn't. So we're going to go in to the shade Citrine, which is this shade right over here. So I'm gonna go in with the Jaclyn Hill JH35, and I'm gonna run that in the crease and just blend that out. I think, should I just do it? Maybe I'll just do it. Let's go into the shade Jade, this shade right over here. And no, actually, I'm switching brushes again, and I'm gonna take, this is like a fluffy brush, but it's also more so like a flat fluffy brush, kind of like in between a packer. I'm not, oh, this matches my shirt. Okay, so I'm going to pat that on and just start to blend. I don't remember ever using like this shade in the palette, but I feel like it's a little hard to blend. All right, so next let's go into this shade, which is the shade Period. Don't know if I'm saying that right. And pop that on the whole entire blank space of the eyelid. Oh my gosh, that looks so pretty. I'm tapping that on the actual like darker color as well to like blend that out. Super pigmented. Oh my gosh, it's really pretty. I don't know why, but I feel like whenever I do color, green is like always the color I go to. I don't know, it's just so pretty on like brown eyes. Geodude, which is this one right here. Just buff out the edge of this green just a tiny bit. Kind of throwing that right in the crease too. We're gonna put the palette to the side. I feel like this is just such an easy eye look, but let's go ahead and use some foundation. I have to go ahead and I have to lighten up my foundation shade. This is the L'Oreal Fresh Infallible foundation. I love this foundation so much. Even though I'm oily, it gives me such a nice finish. It looks beautiful on the skin. It doesn't break me out. It doesn't make me dry. It gives me like a little bit of a dew, but nothing like, oh my gosh, she's like super oily. This is like a, I want to say more so like a natural matte finish. Like I have the shade 260. Have some whitening drops as well. The whitening drops that I love, this is the LA Girl Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment. I have the white one. This doesn't alter the finish of your foundation or anything like that. It is so for a little sponge that I got. This is Beaky Beauty. You can get this on Amazon. I like them. They're super squishy. They're really bouncy and they blend out really, really well. So really like this, but I'm gonna hope that this matches me. Again, this is in the shade 460. I feel like it's gonna be too dark. Put some of this on and then let's take some of the whitening pigment as well and just like a little bit, just to whiten it up a tad bit. I think that it needs to be like super lightened, but maybe about like a shade. But I'm going to go ahead and just start pouncing this in. Now because I am mixing, I'm like pouncing, but I'm also sort of dragging a little bit. I feel like this is definitely a better match and it's blending out so beautiful. It just gives such a nice finish to the skin. Also, I am breaking out a little bit like on my chin. I think it's like stress and hormonal and stuff. This usually does a pretty good job at covering up breakouts like really nicely. I mean, you could still see it a little bit because they're like insanely red, but concealer can definitely help with that as well. So I need to go ahead and color correct. This step is totally optional. I just have deep dark under eye circles, so I always color correct. I have not found a color corrector from the drugstore that I'm like super obsessed with. The Pixie one is good, but I wouldn't say that it was one of like my absolute favorites. So I'm just gonna go in with my favorite right now. This is just the Charlotte Tilbury number 2. I love this. It works super well for my deep dark under eye circles. It blends out beautifully on top of like any concealer that I have used. Let's go in with some concealer. So I have 2 from the drugstore that I really like. I kind of like mixing them both together. So I have the Maybelline Super Stay. This is the concealer in shade 18. And then I also have the Flower Beauty. This is the Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. Mine is in the shade Light. So I have both of these. And I like mixing the two. I like putting most of the Flower Beauty one. I really love this concealer. It is so good. It really lightens up the under eye. And then I'm going to go in with the Maybelline. And I just add like a tap like right on my under eyes. I don't put it anywhere else on my face. Then I take my little sponge and I blend. It just does such a nice job of brightening up the face. I love a good brighten up look. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take a brush. I usually used to always go in with a beauty sponge, but guys, I found this and I think I'm super obsessed. This is the It Brushes for Ulta. This is the Airbrush Blurring Concealer Brush. I'm obsessed. So I usually like to start off with the outer portion of my eye. I usually do little tapping motions, bring that up. I like to get like right in this corner because I get super dark here. Alright, now that my under eyes look insanely bright, we're going to go ahead and use some powders. So, I think my favorite powder that I've been using from the drugstore that keeps me pretty matte all day is this Maybelline. This is the Shine Free powder. This one is new. I don't really know how new it is. I got it a couple months ago, but it just works so well. I'm just going to take a brush for my under eyes, just tap on the powder. I'm gonna do half of my face so you can really see that it really does just mattify, and it also, because of the color, adds like a tiny bit of coverage. This is great if you are oily like myself. If you're not oily, I have another one that you guys are probably gonna like. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. That's also another great one. I really like both. If you're oily, you're gonna love this. Like, look at that difference. This just provides such a, like, I feel like a little filter on your face. It just looks so pretty. This still looks really good. I just really prefer this. So I'm going to go ahead and powder up the rest of my face. It literally just looks like I have a filter on my face. It looks so pretty. I'm obsessed with this. To the lower lash line. So lower lash line, I'm going to keep like super simple and plain, and I think I'm just going to mix the shade Geodude and Jade, just these two right here, and I'm going to run that was very loud. I'm going to run that on my lower lash line, just like buffing it out. I want to bring some of the green, but nothing like way too intense. I have some color on the lower lash line, and we need to go ahead and do some eyeliner. So for eyeliner, let's go in with the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner. This is in the shade Honeydew. I love this so much. It is so pigmented. The difference is like insane. It really just does help to brighten up your eyes and make you look like more awake. This, I'm obsessed. It works so well. Next up, let's throw on some liner. So for liner, we're gonna go in with this. This is the CoverGirl Liquid Liner, and this is in the shade 320. And this is just like a little tip like that, but it is just so pigmented and so matte black that I'm like obsessed with it. So let's go ahead and throw some of this on. All right, that was so easy to do, and it's super black, super matte, and I am obsessed. We need to do these brows, y'all. So for brows, this should not come as a shocker. One of my favorites is the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Pomade. I have mine in the shade 376 Medium Brown. I love this. You literally just need a little bit of it. It is pigmented and so creamy and like easy to blend. Usually I do use a pencil to like outline my brows and then go in with the pomade. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling this. Like, I didn't even need a lot of it, and it just gave me such a perfect brow. Now, you guys also know that I usually carve out my brows, but I have actually been skipping that and going in for like a natural brow lately. I just think that it looks so pretty. And then for brow gel, I feel like I never skimp on brow gel. I use brow gel all the time. Maybelline has a really good one, but I actually really enjoyed this one. This is the, I think it's like the Makeup Revolution. This is like the highbrow, something like that. The name is like off. You can literally only see, where is it? Makeup Revolution, like a tiny bit. So I'm going to leave everything linked down below, but I love how tiny this brush is, and it's just really easy to get some extra color and just make sure your brows stay in all day. So let's put on some mascara. So mascara, I'm pretty sure you guys already know what is coming. Yes, the Maybelline The Falsies Lash Lift Mascara. I am obsessed with this mascara. Literally makes you look like you're wearing falsies without actually wearing like falsies. It is just so beautiful. I love that it really separates your lashes. It provides a lot of volume. Your lashes look super dark, and they also have this in waterproof. I just use the regular one. It's a lot easier to take off, but this is just like the best. It does everything you want your lashes to do, and it's like, I think $11.49 or something like that. If there's literally like one product that you get out of this whole entire video, get this. Like, it is so good. And then I'm gonna pop this on my lower lashes as well. I feel like you guys totally see this coming because everybody literally talks about this. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Y'all, I'm obsessed. This is so good. I love the smell of it. It just blends it beautifully. Mine is in the shade Deep, but they do have different shades as well. I use this so much. It is just so easy to blend. Smells delicious, just gives such a nice bronze look to the face, and I feel like with a bronzer the whole look just comes together. Like, I look so much more alive with bronzer. Let's go into some blush. So for blush, we're gonna go in with the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted Scented Blush. This is in the shade Fantastical. I think that's how you say it, but I love this. This does have like a little bit of sheen to it, but it is just so pretty. It just gives such a nice like flush to the face. You could definitely see that sheen, but it's just so beautiful. Look at how pretty. I'm obsessed. I love the color. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour Palette. But next, let's go into some highlight. I feel like this was such a hard decision, like to choose one of my favorite highlighters, but I feel like it just hands down goes to Wet n Wild. This is the Mega Glow highlighting powder. I have mine in the shade Precious Petals. It is so beautiful, so blinding. It's the best. This one has like a pinky like sort of undertone, but they do have different shades as well. But just look at how beautiful that is. And I always just bring it up top. This is just such a pretty highlight. I'm just tapping some on my chin. So I'm just going to pop this on the brow bone. Alrighty. So we need to spray our face, make sure everything stays in place all day. And we're gonna go in with the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray, but it's super affordable, very like great for traveling because it is like on the smaller side, but I really do enjoy this. Mist isn't like super intense either, which is great because you don't want something that's too intense and like mess up all your makeup. So nice. It doesn't leave me like super dry and like cakey, but it makes sure that my makeup stays in place all day. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dry. And next, let's just finish up this look with some lipstick. So one lip liner that I'm pretty sure you guys know and that I'm like totally obsessed with is the LA Girl lip liners. My favorite one is the shade Keep It Spicy, this one right here. It is a retractable lip liner. I'm obsessed. It's not drying. It does not tug at your lips. It is just such a beautiful color. So I'm gonna go ahead and outline with this. This is literally like, I think like my favorite liner of all time. One lipstick that I also really like, I feel like it was hard. I really love the NYX Suede Matte Lipsticks. Not drying on the lips, it just glides across your lips beautifully. It is like a matte finish, but again, it doesn't feel matte on your lips. Like, it doesn't dry out your lips. You don't get like dry or like flaky or anything like that. It's just really nice. This is the shade Dainty Days. I also have Ala Nude, which is really good too, but I'm gonna go ahead and use this one today. Like, look at just how creamy that was. I love this lip shade. I love the lip combination. It is just, it's perfect. It's so good. Next, we're gonna top it off with a gloss. My all-time favorite gloss. This is the Essence Shine 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 gloss. I feel like you guys have heard so many YouTubers talk about this. It's just so good. It just instantly gives your lips such a pretty shine. Mine looks a little funky because I literally use it for anything, but it is a clear gloss. And look at that shine. Like, it just makes your lips look so wet and juicy. All right, guys, so this is the completed look. I am like super obsessed with this look. I feel like it looks super pretty. Everything that I've used here that I use it very often are just like my drugstore like top favorite products. So if you guys have any recommendations for a good eyeshadow palette from the drugstore, please leave that down below for me. So I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys want a video similar to this, it's just high-end, like my top holy grail high-end makeup products, leave me a comment down below and I could definitely do that for you guys. But I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Also, don't forget to subscribe before you go if you did like what you saw, so you can be part of the ATFB fam. ATFB, all things fashion and beauty. And if you hit that post notification notification bell. You will get notified of all my future uploads. I usually do upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3 p.m. EST. But I hope that you all did enjoy, and I will see you guys in a few days in my next video. Also, let me know your favorite drugstore products down below because I would totally love to hear. But I will see you guys soon. Bye!